I want to start by sharing my experience with an imbalance in supply and demand. And during the pandemic, most people were at home, on lockdown. My phone wouldn't stop ringing. And this was because I was selling used laboratory equipment, specifically PCR machines. And those were critical for COVID testing, but the supply chain was totally broken. Delivery time for a new one was more than 9 months out. And at first, I only had about 15 in stock. I usually sold 1 or 2 a month. But we sold out in weeks. Immediately, people were offering 5 times more than my original asking price. And with demand so high, I asked our client network in Europe for more PCR machines. And in turn, they ran an internal campaign asking all the labs in EMEA to send any PCRs they weren't using. And everybody wanted to help. And as a result, we sold dozens more PCRs, a lot more revenue for us, a lot more for our clients, and we could help out when the supply chain couldn't. That's a win-win-win situation. The WEF estimated that the global manufacturers lost almost $2 trillion back then. And fast forward to today, the supply chain is just as much at risk, if not even more, considering economic and political instability and scarcity of resources, especially exotic metals and durable plastics, which are critical for the high-tech equipment that we manage. But everything is part of the supply chain, even water. I learned that during a crisis that affects the supply chain, the one who controls the parts becomes king. And that's when I realized the potential for scaling a circular economic hub. The World Economic Forum predicts that this space will be worth $1 trillion by next year. Hi, I'm Justin Andrews, CEO at REUZEit Technologies, and we're ushering in the REUZE Economy. But before REUZEit Technologies, we established in the life science and pharma industry. We work closely with our suppliers, developing workflows that capture valuable equipment throughout their organizations and improve organic productivity by reusing. But the real power of our model lies in the platform, connecting siloed service providers that already support the industry through logistics, refurbishments, and resale. Our platform connects these suppliers and partners and buyers across multiple industries, ensuring smooth transactions and transparency and maximizing the value of surplus equipment. And some of the largest companies in the world have been using our ecosystem for years. And there's a simple reason for that. We make the money. You can see suppliers' recovery and cost avoidance was 2.7 million in just the first half of this year. And with demand so high for circularity, we've had the luxury of selecting which clients and which companies to bring into our client portfolio as suppliers in our ecosystem. And we've been fortunate enough to work with sustainably driven blue chip companies like Thermo Fisher and cutting edge biotech pioneers like Kite Pharma. Our clients need comprehensive surplus asset management across their operations worldwide. REUZEit offers a solution that digitally centralizes equipment, making it easier for them to manage across divisions. And to scale further, we focused on growing our partner network, adding more boots on the ground, and expanding our reach to move and recover equipment anywhere in the world. And that's just the basics, which they love, but we make it work in circularity so that everything pays for itself, and the money flows through our partners and gives them new revenue opportunities. And besides extra revenue, we're giving our partners inventory to sell and service work to bill. And any partner with REUZEit will gain a competitive advantage in their niche. And by connecting these players and providing end-to-end connectivity, we've become incredibly sticky. REUZEit has a perfect client retention rate. Every supplier we've signed on has stayed on. Our growth strategy is based on a land and expand approach. And once we secure a new supplier, we start by addressing their critical sites, and we focus on solving excess equipment challenges. Suppliers are incentivized and motivated to drive every site in their org to capture more excess equipment. And we enable organic productivity while achieving zero waste. Our fully integrated software platform automatically connects over 250,000 registered users across our large suppliers, enabling seamless asset transfers between divisions. And our platform serves as the hub, connecting suppliers and partners and buyers to facilitate transactions. And with our partners on the ground picking up fresh inventory and service work, the value of our platform grows. And with more equipment, the marketplace attracts even more buyers, creating a cycle of growth and efficiency. One of our exciting developments is our unique ability to manage equipment donations for our suppliers. And this comes with the territory and adds to our stickiness. We know our suppliers want to donate, but they don't know which equipment they have available for donation. So we've streamlined this process through the Donations Hub. We're connecting nonprofits and NGOs with large inventories of equipment. And as our platform attracts buyers with its wide variety of equipment at low prices, and partners are drawn in from growth opportunities and innovation, we know the challenges that our partners face in operations. And by leveraging AI, we've eliminated bottlenecks in equipment processing, enabling our network to process equipment 5 times faster and service it in half the time, individually listing large volumes of equipment on more sales channels automatically. And we're developing the largest visual data library for used equipment, allowing our system to recognize assets and suggest optimal service points. And this will be the foundation for what will become a Kelley Blue Book of capital equipment, helping us predict market trends and to manage the flow of assets in the REUZE economy. Assets under management, or AUM, is a critical KPI that drives our revenue. And from our perspective, there's 2 types of assets: those we can sell and service, and those we can only service for now, but eventually we'll sell. The model shows how each platform stakeholder generates money. This doesn't take into account the millions of cost avoidance benefits that suppliers experience when they reuse, but having worked and analyzed AUM for years, we can say that $1 million of AUM, suppliers can expect about 20% to come back as investment recovery every year. It motivates them to push more equipment through our platform. And for partners, this creates new revenue streams through service and sales. And for platform owners, we consistently forecast 7% of AUM as our top line revenue. As a spinoff from an established company, REUZEit Technologies begins with a solid foundation. We've acquired $13 million in annual recurring revenue right from the start. And we have a pipeline of over $30 million in AUM on the platform as of now. With over 7,000 users actively procuring and managing assets across the world, we are growing our partner network in more regions. And we already have partner facilities covering the US, the UK, and the EU. It's in this position, with our momentum, I'd like to call us a startup on steroids, because we have all the upward mobility of a mega platform without the need to wait for the industry adoption. Our growth is centered around expanding our AUM. The top line is the value of assets managed by our partners, driving service and sales revenues throughout the platform. And we're transitioning from a proven model, brick and mortar, into a SaaS company, so circular asset management as a service. And in phase 1, we'll work with our existing suppliers and partners, growing within life science and pharma, and developing our platform to onboard more sites and more partners. And phase 2 is a vertical growth, while leveraging our partner network and scaling up our land and expand advantage to capture more AUM, but not just in life sciences, also begin driving into sectors like medical equipment and serving large hospital systems. And while transforming from a brick and mortar model to a more true software company, we're also transitioning and transforming our valuation multiplier, as seen down at the bottom of the forecast. It's 3x in the first year. Phase 3 marks a horizontal growth, where we'll expand and become cornerstones for the growing industries like aerospace and chip manufacturing and packaging equipment. We're unifying these sectors under the REUZEit Ecosystem. By then, we'll be a backbone of the circular asset management across multiple industries, making our $3.2 billion valuation not just achievable, but perhaps even conservative. This is our team. We've been on the front lines together for years, and there's no other group that's more prepared or experienced to scale our business. We've designed this platform together. We've shared the same vision. And most importantly, we know the steps that it takes to get to year 5. Of course, we'll need to hire more talent to reach the next level, which is why I'm here today. We're seeking $6 million to scale our partner and supplier networks, to develop platform tools that capture more AUM and expand into new industries. Investors who join us will be part of a mission to establish the REUZE economy. And it's for a sustainable future that's just as important to the environment as it is to hedging against supply chain interruptions. The intrinsic value of this shift, of leading the way to the circular economy, is beyond any price tag. And from a market perspective, we're not only going to disrupt the used equipment market, we're also giving the world's largest companies a platform they can rely on to extend the useful life of their equipment and achieve their sustainability goals for generations to come. And we're confident this will be a $3 billion company by 2030. Thank you.